Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Yahweh Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Many blessings and salutations unto the hopeful elected house of David, the Bayaf Dawadah, for whom these epistles are written for in these last days. Shalom to the elect. I'm doing a lesson on this group that advocates for the PEDOs, the PEDOs. And so I'm going to be real careful with the words that I use. So fair use, you too, fair use. And for those of you that can receive this message through the Spirit, the eyes salve and the ears to hear, may the Heavenly Father continue to protect you, okay? So let's be real careful and let's get through this lesson, and I pray that this is edifying. So this is from IPCE.info, right? And I think what it stands for is International Pedo I gotta if we read about it, because she said the word, about 1,000 times or whatever, but now, we're going to just read the article and let's get the answer for ourselves. So this is an article from, I guess in 1991. So this is one of their mission statements. And this will tell you a little bit about the group. And this is an Edomite-led group, of course. I mean, we know who we're dealing with, right? So it says in 1980, I published, this is by Pat Califia, right? I guess in 1991. It says in 1980, I published a 2-part article in The Advocate critiquing American age of consent laws. Y'all already see where it's going, right? It says, while extremely controversial, it says the articles did hit print and spur discussion about sexuality of young people, intimate relationships between men and boys, the dangerous implications of banning all erotica or erotic images of minors. Y'all hear this shit? This is an advocacy group. We're going to read a little bit more about it. See, because there's groups of these people that are out here. Fair use, you too, fair use. There are groups of people that walk amongst us, right? They're advocating. There are people that literally live amongst us that are advocating to mess with your little one. And you can't do anything about it. And they're trying to put laws in place for them to be protected, so that if you try to confront them, that they could use hate crime or hate laws, right? I'm reading, this is their words. It says, the dangerous implications of banning all erotic images of little ones. 11 years later, I am writing this piece. I will be translated into Dutch. It will be translated into Dutch and published abroad in a special issue of PEDCA on women and the P to the E to the O to the D to the O. I support PEDCA and enjoy working with editors on this special issue. I also know I probably could not get anything on this topic published today in the American, GAY and lesbian press. Doc and Fluff, my recent science fiction novel, has been banned by some women's bookstores because it supposedly depicts a cross-generational lesbian relationship. This guy's all over the place. It says, and I've been attacked as an advocate for child, the Molo, right? It says in the feminist press. It says, this happened despite the fact that I made it clear that the younger character, Fluff, you named the child Fluff. Wow. It says had reached the legal age of consent. She initiates all the activity. If I had made Fluff 11 or even 17, or it's you're 16 instead of 18, the book probably would not have been published at all. See, now listen, I'm saying these devils, man, because look, they got advocacy They got a whole list of advocacy groups, man. Right? And they got them listed by country too, man. Look at it. International, IPCE, formerly International Pedo and Child Emancipation. That's the name of this place, right? Changed its name in 1998 for public relations reasons. It was founded in the early 1990s. As of 2005, it had 79 members in 20 countries. But in order to, oh my goodness, you gotta get the hell out of here. The New Gun Organization, you got the New Gun Organization, IPCE. Wow. In Australia, you got the Australian Man Boy Love Ambula. Oh my goodness. Australian Pedo Support Group. Wow. In Belgium, look at this now. Now for you people talking about oh well, you know, that's just a few groups. Man, look at this shit. It's naming them all over the world. Belgium, Canada. You know, you better know there's more groups than this. Denmark. Notice how most of these countries are Edomite ran, right? Look at that. Australia, Belgium, Canada, Denmark, France, Germany. Germany got a lot of them too. Yeah. Italy, Netherlands, Norway, Sweden, Switzerland, UK, United States, of course. And listen, and these are all Edomite led. Now, listen, Esau runs the entire world, but these are all notoriously Edomite countries. Okay, some of them are in the BRICS nation, some of them in the NATO. Right? Look at this. Sweden. That's why Esau has to be taken out of power. This guy's a sicko, man. He's a fucking sicko. He's a goddamn sicko, man. And he must be stopped. Oh, and he will be. Right? Heavenly Father don't play that shit. This is Wisdom of Solomon 12:2. It says, therefore chastenest thou them by little and little that offend, and warnest them by putting them in remembrance wherein they have offended, that leaving their wickedness, that they may believe on thee, O Lord Yahweh Shema Shai. And that's talking about the Israelites. Okay? Because this chastening is for the Israelites. Not for our destruction, but for our correction. Verse 3, it says, For it was thy will to destroy by the hands of our fathers. It's like for it was thy will to destroy by the hands of our fathers both those old inhabitants of thy holy land, whom thou hatest for doing most odious works of witchcraft and wicked sacrifices. And one of those wicked sacrifices back in the ancient, especially during Greece, was Molech, right? The worship of Molech, right? Which, you give up your children to the deity Molech, right? And basically he would devour your children. Well, in what practice, how do they do this? Well, A to the B to the O to the R to the T to the I to the O to the N to the S. That's how they do it. And the fact that women are out here, advocating for, that A word, the A to the B to the O to the R to the T, okay, their own children, they're worshiping Molech, whether they knowingly know this or not, right? Wisdom of Solomon 12:4 says, whom thou hatest for doing most odious works of witchcraft and wicked sacrifices, and also those merciless murderers of children and devourers of man's flesh, the feast of blood. That's right. And it's Esau. Esau, all right, it goes through. The Lord said to never trust thine enemy. This guy clearly has given us all signals that say never trust this guy. Right? Never trust him. Lord says never to trust this guy. And hey, listen, our people still trust him. And therefore, that's why you getting, that's how it goes. Right? Salakia. Where I want to go. Yes. Sirach? No. Yeah, Sirach 12. Slacky. Yep. Sirach 12 and 10, it says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. That's right. So we telling you, don't trust this devil. All right. Yeah, I know that he coming with a few FRNs to try to sweeten the pot. But listen, it is not worth what your soul is going to be. Your soul is definitely being required at that moment for some FRNs that don't even worth nothing. And he knows that. That's why he is coming and trying to pick off Israelites little by little as much as he can, right before his plan goes into full on mode, right? All right, 2 Esdras 10, 12 and 10 again, it says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. So the fact that he's attacking our children, right? He's attacking our children, and he's using it in an underhand way to try to convince our children that sexy red is the way to go, right? Remember, see, because this devil is very, very crafty, and he's the fucking devil, right? Remember when Lil Nas X came out? Who was Lil Nas X core audience at that time, before Jake started calling his ass out and it's starting to be revealed to the people what really this guy was doing, right? Well, his core audience are tweeners or teenagers, right? In that age range of 11 to about 17. Not even that old, about 11 to 16, 15, around that age. In that little core audience, right? Sort of like what Taylor Swift is doing with the little white girls, right? Just like Katy Perry did 10 years ago with the little white girls. Just like, Travis Scott doing right now with pretty much with every child, right? They set up certain artists or people of influence to try to influence your children, right? It's no different in this situation. It's no different. Now they have advocacy groups. That's how bold Esau is. See, because that's why Esau got to be taken out of power. That's how bold Esau is. Esau has a group of people that advocate for those rights of people that are doing this to children. We got to get the fuck out of here, right? I mean, it's just at this point. To argue otherwise, on the other side is asinine in my mind. But there are some that walk amongst us that must play that part and play that lot as well, right? That's just the way it goes. Sirach 12 and 11, it says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. That's right. So this devil is looking to try to he's going to use any way or any means that he can to try to get Israelites, to go against their power, which is Yahweh Shemal Shai. We know that's what this devil is planning on doing, or at least trying to execute, right? Psalms 10 and 1, why standest thou afar off, O Lord Yahweh? Why hidest thou thyself in times of trouble? The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken into devices that they have imagined. That's right. So they're imagining us being taken off this planet altogether. But that is really written for them. Okay? Verse 3, it says, for the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blesseth the covetous whom the Lord Yahweh abhorreth. It says, the wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after the Most High. The Most High is not in all his thoughts. He could care less what the Lord has to say about this. He thinks that he's going to defeat the Lord by doing this. That's what's motivating him even more. Oh, the fact that I could prove the Lord, the all fallacy, the all no phallic, right? All phallus. Well, basically that's where Esau's mind at anyway. But he wants to prove that the Heavenly Father is incorrect, right? Psalms 10 and 3, it says, for the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, which is to chip the entire world, and blesseth the covetous whom the Lord Yahweh abhorreth. That's right. So he pays off particular people of the nation of Israel to go out and speak his speaking points or his talking points, right? Verse 4 says, the wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after the Most High. The Most High is not in all his thoughts. He could care less, right? He thinks that he's infallible. Verse 5, it says, his ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. That's right. He's puffing at everybody. He thinks that he is king shit. He really believes this. That's what's going to make this for a compelling fight. Although they're going to lose. This is literally a Mike Tyson fight. For those of you that grew up during the 90s, right? The 90s were the time where you came into understanding of what you are, who you are, what you like, right? I was born in the 80s, but I came of age during the 90s, right? So during the 90s, everybody understood that when Tyson got in the ring, this fight is going to be not for long. So you better go ahead and you know, when you watch a Mike Tyson fight, you're gonna have to sit through all the previous, all the previous fights, right? All the fights that come up to the main fight. You got to sit through them because the first 30 seconds, that last fight's going to be over. Tyson's going to KO him, and then, at least you got your $49.95 worth, because at least you got your 2-3 fights in where you was able to watch, right? That was kind of compelling, okay? Versus Tyson, okay? So that's what it's going to be when Yahushua gets here. It's going to literally be a Tyson fight. All right, this is verse 10. Verse 6, it says, he has said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. That is this devil. Okay? That is this devil. How else could you have an advocacy group for doing the type of debauchery that this really is? This is clear debauchery. And it must be removed, all right, off the earth via physical violence, okay, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai. This type of thing will not be allowed in the kingdom of heaven under no circumstances, okay? This is from the Daily Mail. It says, unhinged woman who supports pedos says they should be added to the the alphabet crew in uncomfortable interview. Look at this. And these women, you women are special type, especially those of you that are not paying attention, but you're just going along with it because everybody else is saying it. You are a special type of stupid, okay? You are a special type of stupid. We're dealing with a special type of stupid. You are advocating for your own removal. That's why I said we're dealing with a special type of stupid that's pushing these type of policies on the people. You don't even realize that you're being replaced by the tranny. Okay, fair use, YouTube, fair use. You don't even understand that you're being replaced. Sydney Starr is going to be what a woman is. That's why Ketanji Brown Jackson, okay, whether she's a woman or not, that remains to be seen, right? See, she says, during her hearing that she doesn't know what a woman is. Well, I'm starting to begin and understanding why she doesn't know what a woman is, because I don't fucking know what a woman is these days, because these are not women. These are cyborgs, okay? All right? That probably bench more than me, and and also I was about to say she. It's clearly a he. All this being to be said is that we got to get out of here. This place is absolutely wicked. These are merciless murderers of children. They don't care. They look for your children to be scared. That makes for it be a better meal, right? In the article, it says an unhinged woman expressed her support for pedos during a podcast, saying that those individuals should be recognized as part of the alphabet crew. On June 12th, a woman named Shayna called into the iHeartRadio Bex and Buster podcast and showed her unwavering support for pedos, including outrageously advocating to get rid of the stigma that surrounds them. During the show's Weirdo Wednesday segment, Shayna, who works for the International Pedo and Child Emancipation, IPCE, said that the U.S. shouldn't be shunning people who have desires to engage in relationships with little ones. I'm saying little ones because Esau is itching to take videos down like this. But then I did a video about how when guys, Edomite of course, go, they mess with, little ones over here in America, especially Edomites, they have the opportunity to flee justice, right? They have the opportunity to fly over to Israel and then denounce their Christianity or whatever they, practiced before, and they could just become a so-called Jew. Okay? You don't believe me? You can go look it up for yourself. And then they'll be accepted, and then they'll be a fugitive on the lam. But because the American government and the Israelite and the fake Israeli government, right? Because they're friendly to each other, that person was allowed to abuse, a little one. Okay. They were allowed to do this and get away with it, and then just live out the rest of their lives on the lam. All they got to do is just go to mass or whatever they practice, right? To the Friday night Shabbat, right? That's all they got to do, and then learn some a few Yiddish Hebrew words, all right, and then just continue to freak off. This is where we are. We got to get the hell out of here, right? We got to get the hell out of here. Back in the article, it says, with absolute shock on their faces, the hosts, Rebecca Moran and Buster, were practically left speechless as the woman explained her stance on the obscene topic. It says, if we're taking a month as a country to showcase our pride for other communities of sexual explorations, then I think we should add the letter P, which is just as important as the LBGNT, Shayna said. Hey, I remember the elders and apostles said this from years ago. I remember they said it's not going to stop here. They're going to go to that P word, okay? And by God, if they haven't, okay? If they have not, they have absolutely went there. Absolutely, Esau's a sicko. He would never stop if he didn't have to stop. Psalms 10:7, it says his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. That's right. All right, verse 8, it says he sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily against the poor. This is where he is. And he loves to come after our children. That's why we tell you, don't envy this guy. Don't envy him. Don't be like him. Don't choose none of his ways. It's not worth it, because the Lord's going to judge you twice as hard. Okay? Because you're supposed to know better. Right? Although Esau knows better, but hey, listen. The Lord wants them to build up their tab. He want to get him good. This is Proverbs 3:31. It says, envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. Why? Because his ways lead to death. Okay? You don't believe me? Right? This guy's talking about dealing with children, man. Okay? This guy's talking about dealing with children. Meanwhile, the Lord has never said to do such a thing. It's not in the scriptures, right? This is Habakkuk 2:4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. That's right. So this guy is absolutely a crooked soul, but you want to follow his ways. That's fucking completely backwards. Verse 5, it says, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine. This is a part of his wine. Okay? A part of his wine is to go out and try to sell you on the fact that maybe children and little boys, or men and little boys, do belong together. And then who are you to stop that union? Oh my goodness. He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire is hell, and is as death. Everything he touches and everything he believes in is death. His music is death. His food is death. Okay? His ideas are death. His BO is death. All this is... Listen, he wants to be the guy to change this society for the best. And he believes that wickedness is the way to go. That's what makes him a perfect devil, right? Habakkuk 2:5, it says, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine. All right, what is that wine? His philosophies, okay, his policies. It says, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire is hell, and as his death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. And even then, he won't stop, because he's the fucking devil. So, hey man, you can get this article. It's in the Daily Mail. This lady right here, she's out of her fucking mind. But what do you expect from the devil? Okay, this guy is out of his mind. She's out of her mind. All these people want to try to bring this what you want to call society down even more. We're already. I mean, the bar is set in hell, and we're already in it. So with that, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Muhammad Kadash, double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, many blessings and salutations unto the hopeful elect, the house of David, the Bayav Dawadah, for whom these epistles are written for these last days. Shalom to the elect. Until next time.